true question?
You could say intentions and distractions.
Maybe.
Okay, we're
Laura,
live. I just put live streaming up.
Okay.
So you know.
It's where you start.
Me?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Why not?
Cool, yeah. Okay, well, my intentions are to learn what's been up this past week in development, and see if I can help with any tasks. And I'm not so distracted. I'll pass it to Ramin.
Hi everyone. I'm sorry I was disconnected. What should I say? What should I talk about?
Your intention or what you want from this meeting. How do you feel right now? It's kind of introduction.
I mean, we don't have your voice.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I want to say this. Rami, you should talk about your intention and as Monique said, and also distraction. What does distract you from focusing on this meeting or in attending? You're out with your friends, maybe you say that I'm out. No.
Yeah, I'm sorry I was out, and but I wanted to join you in the meeting, and right now I don't have anything special to say. Yeah.
Okay, pass it to Amin.
Nice.
Okay, my intention is to present you some updates on the use phrase and inform you about progress and making the application the Giveth trace and out of beta. And telling about my updates. My distraction is I'm a little tired. You know, I wasn't through weekend and I have not recovered fully. But it's cool. Yeah, that's it. I pass it to Ashley.
Hi everybody. I guess my intentions are just to kind of see where we're at and kind of like where I can focus testing bandwidth like this week and like kind of what really needs to be tested. And I wanted to maybe just let you guys know I still haven't. I know that the girl who's doing the project that wanted to onboard onto Trace, I still haven't like really heard much response from her, but we're working on it. I think she's just been really busy, and maybe check in and see if you wanted me to potentially reach out to another project in addition to that, or if you just want me to see how it goes with the one that we've already chosen. Yeah, and the only distraction I have is this guy who's weeding really loud next to my house. So I'm gonna mute again, and I don't know who hasn't gone yet. Lauren, have you gone?
Mohammed.
Okay.
So, hey guys, I was working on the changing milestone to Trace. It was good. The progress is good, and I'm satisfied with that. But my distraction is when I change something in this part of code, in that part of code, some test cases fail. So I should check and review the codes and the application. But it's okay. I can do it in the few days. And we have the community decided to change the DAC to community as well. So I suggest to Monique to go to bring it to this sprint, so I can do the this rename beside that rename. So it's my intention and distraction, and I pass it to Monique yourself.
Thank you, Mohammed. And thank you, all of the team members. My intention here is to get ready for the epics and the issues for the next sprint. We're in the middle of the sprint, but I'd love to know how what we should do to reach our quarterly goals. Our quarterly goal is to go live at the end of the June. So we have 3 sprints to reach that goal, and I think we can. And we this is my intention to want to find out what do we think, and if can we plan for it from now or not. And my distraction is I have to join the Giveth IO, and I have lots of the works to do in the future. So let's start with today's agenda. Let me share my screen. And today's agenda is 5 minutes for checking and review sprint 9 so far. So I would like to take a look at the board. This is our sprint backlog. We have some issues that is left in the sprint backlog. We have some issues in the code review, but most of the issues are taken. They're in the progress. And let's take a look at the report of the burn down chart. About this sprint, if we consider the issues of Dawn, just less than 10% of the issues went to Dawn for this sprint. But if we change it to UAT test or code review, I think we're near to ideal, but not very good. We put about
you think that, okay, it's not beta anymore.
Where's my
Yeah, I really like agree with kind of what Ashley was saying. It's like we should structure some communications around it. I think it would be great to write like a blog post highlighting the new features, sort of like outlining what our trace is, and then like breaking them down into the different parts. So we could have kind of like a little bit technical, but also just like a big celebration because like going live is awesome. And it's like we've been on beta for such a long time and we have like people who have been using it. So like I think it's definitely something that we should announce and publicize. And so we could, we have a comms meeting on Friday and I can add it to the agenda for the comms meeting. We can also like brainstorm and maybe get more comms people coming in and doing a little bit of testing as well so that we're, that everybody's more familiar. I mean, Mitch has gotten a lot more familiar with doing the doc stuff, but yeah, communications. I think that's like something that we should like really get prepared. We have like how long realistically? I think we were saying like a month.
We plan. I think we can do it at the end of June, but
but also like the MVP is kind of, so I feel like we would want to have not just a minimum viable product, but also like have it fully functioning, especially if we're going to invite users from one platform that's already working to another one.
Yeah, I totally agree with Ashley here. I think that Giveth Trace is a little bit more than an MVP. Like it was a little bit of an MVP like a while ago. Now we've been adding all of these extra features and like really making it beautiful. I think it's like it's a full feature product.
So, the full feature product that's set in the product management literature is something that's a never end. You can add any feature anytime. So, in my point of view, I think we have to determine what we should have in our first, live version. Is, for example, the map between the donation and the delegation items, is that necessary that we go to live? I think if you want to add every feature that's proposed in every meeting that we have, it's a never-ending project. What do you think?
You are right. We should define the borders. I just added the management menus because they have not been changed for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
For a very long time. And if you want to manage lots of projects and lots of donation, as Griff has issue, it's somehow it's portion you want to manage that huge amount of donation. You should go to pagination, go to find some donation that if you have some filtering or search and something like that, you can find it in just a few seconds. But it's you suffer if you don't have such features. I wish Griff was here and talked about that features. Maybe I hope he can join this week, today later. If he didn't, we can talk about it a bit more the next session. And I wish I want to ask Lauren and Ashley if they can make time to play with the management menus. Could you please? And for instance, have few accounts, donate with multiple accounts to your project. You can have campaign decks and anything. Donate to those and try to manage those. For instance, you want to donate a specific donation to a specific milestone. As brief use case was to, I know that the donator knows that that milestone owner, so I want to connect those and satisfy the donator to say, okay, my donation goes to someone, to some useful stuff, not something that I don't know anything about this. And currently, that use case is not implemented or in our application. It's possible, but it's very hard. You cannot find a donation very easily. It can be lost in lots of pages of the. You have pagination, but it's not enough. So I prefer some feedback from you to how do you see the management page? That's it.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I've been meaning to go in and like make some multiple accounts so I can spend my time with you.
Thank you. Very nice.
Okay. Shall I put an issue about finalizing the first live version? Version features. In this issue, it's my duty or it's my job to finalize it, the whole things that have to be done with team and the grief, and also all the stakeholders together. So I put it here, and I put another issue about finalizing the communication team plan that may include the advertising, the Twitter, making content for it, and especially the feedbacks that you might have, or even if you want something to be added to the product or the life plan, you may work on this issue. It's my suggestion. Is it okay or not?
Yeah.
If we have it, we can plan for the going live plan. It's my. I'm here just to put the importance of being live in the meeting and make everyone think about it and have a plan about it. So it's my job, it's my duty. So sorry if I insist on it, but hope everyone knows that we have a serious things to have to be done in more than 3 or 4 less than 3 or 4 sprints that we have. So and if we can't make it, let's make it clear. Okay, we think that we can't go live at the end of June. So what's our next milestone? Shall we think about the other months or not? And it's my job as a product manager to put this together, and we think all about this. So, do you have any comments to add, or I pass this issue to?
payments doesn't work. Payments doesn't work. When I created that, there is no note for this. Yes,
Yes, there is no note.
I have created that.
No, the Grief created.
Okay. You know, the original creator of Bridge Monitor doesn't give us his account, so the manager account is not available anymore. If you want to have a fully functional Bridge Monitor for develop, we need to deploy everything from the scratch.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's necessary or not at this moment. Like we cannot get money out from Bridge of Develop. We can donate, but we cannot withdraw. We do withdraw, but the money is locked in the Bridge. Yeah.
We decided to put it here in the product backlog. So, the team decided that it's something that is essential for the product. But
I have refactored Bridge Monitor. Maybe that make it work, because there is some issues also in running the current implementation of the Bridge Monitor. I finished this. I prepared the pull request just a few minutes, half hour ago. I didn't find time to deploy it. I will do that and update this issue. I will set up, deploy the new implementation and update the issue.
I think this issue is done. And about processing a milestone should not need MetaMask to connect it to foreign network.
It's implemented somehow. With the current new design, you don't want to be connected to Ringkey if you want to propose. If you have noticed or not, you just connect your wallet. It's somehow implemented, so we can close it, I guess.
Okay, good news.
Yeah.
And the DAF payments process right approval process. I'm not sure.
I don't know what's about. I don't know anything about it.
Process of approving distribution through the dev revision by Danny and Willie. I can't get it. Do you have any idea, Amy?
I don't know. I don't have any idea, I said.
Okay. I assign it to myself to investigate about. I think that this is another issues of going live and UI. Attachment with making complete not working. When I mark my lesson as complete, I can write complete, but I cannot attach anything. I should bring it to bugs and epics.
Maybe it has been solved by new updates. Can you test it, Monique?
Okay. Yeah.
So change it to test, UA test, maybe. Maybe it can be closed.
Okay. And updating supporting docs with naming, conversation, and best practices.
Yeah, it's part of it can be part of the job who Mitch is doing.
So can I conventions and best practices? What did he mean about the conventions and the best practices? Like, it's not important. I assign to myself to work on it. And I should close it.
Yeah.
Add fiat gateways. As seen in Giveth 2, it might be simple to add for Giveth 1. Multiply charity has a very simple system. So we need to access their dashboard to get the API key. What do you think, Amy? I think it's,
it's a feature.
Yes,
it's a feature. So
shall we plan it for our next version?
And then I'm not sure it's a priority right now.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Lauren? Ashley, do you have any ideas? Do you have any comments?
We are already struggling over with the Giveth.io of finding a good fiat on ramp and off ramp. So it's already something that's on the radar for Giveth in general, but we haven't even found a solution for that application yet. I just think that part is really tricky, especially for a global application.
So I put it at the end of send tweet to bottom for the backlog. And I put make a Giveth 1 a backend option for Giveth 2. It would be amazing if we can somehow automate the creation of Giveth 2 project for Giveth 1 campaigns. It would be amazing. I agree with it. But with respect, I think it's not at the top of our priority, and we can plan for it later. And what about the milestone optimization? Remove the template option. I think the whole has been done. Am I right?
Yeah, I think by new forms, it's done.
Yeah.
Issue cleanup task. Close issue. Need to fix release so that we can test payments. I don't have any idea about this. I mean, have you checked it before? First, authorized payment is triggered and payment moves.
Wait, oh, it's for 3 years ago. When is the last comment?
I have turned down release service because there is our hosted in the same machine has multiple services. It's commented on January.
It was me, and before that, it was 2020.
Yes, October. So
I don't know whether it's
yes
or not. No.
Maybe put this in the iceberg.
Oh, we have develop. I guess develop should be the best place to test. And if that's not enough, we can think about release. Our CI/CD strategy has been changed. Before that, we have alpha, we have beta, we have mainnet, we have alpha. I guess we have release, beta, but currently we just have develop and beta.
So, and make it easier for communities to give a status update. So far, milestones are the only entities that can give a status updates. it's very difficult to create a new milestone when I want my community to have a status update. I can't get it.
Yeah, me too.
So far, milestones are the only entities that can give a status.
Maybe that's mailing. That's the same mailing feature that we are implementing.
No, I think it's the conversation status updates. No, not mailing. I think it means that.
Community to have a status update. Ashley, can you help? Or Lauren? Do you
I
have
think
any?
that the idea is right now you can make updates to your milestones as of when this was written. You could make updates for your milestones, but you weren't able to make updates for communities.
What kind of updates the communities should have?
I
About
don't
the
know. For
conversations.
instance, like if you look at the Giveth,
Mhm.
.io community or the Giveth community on there, there's the information's pretty outdated and stuff, and so to have a place to make updates is what he's talking about. I guess from my perspective, if you wanted to update your community information, you would just edit it within the community itself, right?
Mm-hmm. And Emma said it's related to another issue. Let's take a look at that issue. And a feature for subscribing to update for campaigns. And it's in the done. I mean, do you have any idea about it? It marked as done.
Yeah, and you can subscribe DAX, milestone traces, and campaigns now in the beta. It's so if it's that, Amin was right. The last issue was about notifying the users about DAX and.
But
We don't have do we have subscribe and campaign? We don't have.
Yeah, we have it.
Yes, we did it.
Yes,
Yeah, so
we
I
have.
guess that would cover that issue because you can subscribe to that campaign and then you would receive updates that way rather than adding updates to the page.
But I think it's essential that the DAG has, the conversation and updates column. Am I right?
DAX doesn't have. You mean you should have?
I think it's essential, in my point of view.
Oh yeah. For campaign, someone can get the history as a CSV, so everything is there. But the DAC, it doesn't have such feature, and we don't have a status update. Maybe implementing CSV would be great because if you want to have a status for milestone, the number of updates is limited, infinite, and you will not be lost in the column of multiple events. But for a CSV, it's huge. If you have ever downloaded the CSV, you will see that there is a huge number of rows. Each one has some meaning. So I guess the CSV is better approach. We have a campaign, and if it's necessary, we can do the same for DAX. What do you think, Lauren, Ashley?
Yeah, I think that could be a good idea, and I also see having it be, because everything is so traceable on Giveth Trace, like the transparency is there. It's pretty easy to keep up with updates because you're seeing all the different milestones that the campaigns are funding and all the campaigns and milestones that the communities are funding. And so you can kind of receive updates that way, but you actually have to go and look for them. But it might be nice to have a little section where they could write more, say this is what we've been doing.
You mean that we have a column for campaign and DAX in the UI? Or not?
And it would work the same way as the milestone now, so where the community manager could just go in and add an update
Yeah. So as I said, what should include in the column is important. For milestone, we try to put everything there: donation, delegation, withdrawal, comments, and yeah, all of that. About campaign, the records are huge. Number of records are huge, and I don't know. I can't think about having a column for that. Maybe we have just a column for donations, but we have a leaderboard.
I think
It's
maybe
there.
where we're getting confused is like I'm talking about like the comments, just the
Yeah,
like the
just
comments
comments.
where so that they can add comments to the updates, because you know how you can go down and you can create on a milestone, you can create a comment and say this is what we're doing right now. You can add pictures and give updates to what the project's doing, but maybe we also give that capability to communities so they can go in and leave comments and post pictures of what it is that they're up to now. That's what I meant by updates.
I think we have to make it more clear. Let's have a talk with the group and other stakeholders and to make sure if I were in the bank owner's shoes, what we need, what we really need. Is it a real need to have everything, all the comments, all the donations, all the delegations, even the transaction to a milestone of a campaign that related to the DAC should be operated at the UI or not. So I assigned it to myself, and I will do it. I will think about it and try to groom it for the next meeting. Thank you. And take a look at this. Way too much milestone page prime real estates taken up by barms. At least the first paragraph of the text should appear in the landing page for a milestone. Here's how it looks for my milestone.
It's about viewing who wants to the buttons, the alerts, fill the page, fill the top view of the milestone. It's somehow designed UX.
Yeah. What do you think? Mitch at our last meeting said that this is a problem. We should have a newer design for our homepage, even for the whole milestone.
I agree. Yeah, they are dated and they are not modern at all.
Okay, I assign it to myself and Marco. Think about it. Wow, what happened? Okay, guys, I think we're run out of time. Any questions?
I have a question about the comms. When we take the agenda item to the comms team about the go live strategy and how we're going to communicate that, I'm just curious about the audience that we were trying to reach at first. Is this something, so we can form a strategy, is this something that we want to do slowly, or because I know we pay the gas for all the transactions, so if we just blast this out to the world and we end up with like hundreds of new users, we're going to end up paying like gas fees for all these people, right? So I'm just curious about strategy around that part.
Maybe we migrate to XDAI is one of options.
Okay, but then whoever uses it would have to enable XDAI in their wallet and go through that onboarding.
Yeah, maybe, probably. Yeah. The gas price is going. The Ethereum price is crazy right now. Maybe it's go higher. Who knows? And sometimes the network is so crowded and gas price is crazy. Maybe we should change bridge a little to limit some limit the gas price that we set for the bridge transaction. Bridge just whenever someone withdraw, Bridge tries to make a transaction with a standard gas price. It doesn't take about whether the network is busy or not. So if, for instance, the gas price is around 400, that's very huge. It doesn't care. It just make a transaction with that gas price and burn our token and our ETH. It's another approach. It's a short-term approach to put a limit on the gas price. Say, okay, the network is crazy, it's crowded. We don't want to make it fast. We can wait for a few days. Okay, don't put gas price higher than, for instance, 100. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense, definitely, and that's definitely an option. I guess another thing, especially from the communication standpoint, is maybe we just start with like a smaller audience. Like maybe we just start by, spreading the word to like a smaller audience and see how that goes, and then like let our range grow from there instead of just blasting it on Twitter every single day, or like just kind of create a strategy there.
Yeah, I think we have to know the persona of our customer or for early adapters, especially. And after that, we plan for it. Right now, I'm blind. We made a decision that this should be, step by step. We shouldn't advertise, the whole Giveth trace being live. I remember once we talked about it, and we decided to bring the customers and pick them up from the Giveth.io by one to this platform. But I think you can do it in your communication team and talk about it. But in my point of view, I think we should do it very slowly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So I'll definitely make sure to mention that in the comms meeting and see if we can design something around that.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. So thanks for contribution. Thanks for all of you to be here. Anyone else wants to add comments? Thank you. Have a good day. Have a good night.
Thank you, everyone.
See you. Guys, see you in the stand-up, tomorrow stand-up meeting, the dev team. We should plan for, our next sprint. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye.